NFS. So let's start our backtesting. I'll be doing the forecasting first and then I will be doing the backtesting. I hope my audio is clear. So here AU fall almost 45 pip from where I placed my entry in the morning, but not trade like that. I placed my entry, but when I saw that today is NFP, I just removed that entry because usually in NFP we do not get a big move. If we not get big move before NFP, then there is very less chance that we can make good money from it. This is the reason why I just removed that AU entry. You can see that I placed an AUD USD entry and just removed it. And the reason is simple. I did not want to trade in NFP. This time it's there was a high chance that it may also retrace all the way up and to take our stop loss. But this time it just worked in our favor. But most of the time it just give us a week at the top also and week at the bottom. That scenario is not good for us. On so start our forecasting video. Market haven't moved much from yesterday night, and this is just because the NFP. Because whenever you get any news, any high impact news, we usually see some sort of a range before that high impact news. I'm just removing all my alerts because I don't want to take any entry. It was Good Friday, so college was closed. So I came live on came live in the evening. You can see we are getting a big wick at the bottom. So these scenarios are quite common in NFT. And this is the reason why it is advised to not take trades during NFT because you can get this sort of wick to the upside also. Let's suppose your stop loss is somewhere at around this, it could easily take your stop. So NFTs are not good time to take trades. The market has just broken the range to the downside, and if I look at the entire market condition, it's not giving me any sort of trending buy. It's just inside the range. We have the bottom of the range, and then we have top of the range. In between these range, we have a midpoint somewhere around this area. So market first half there, and then the market struggling in this range. So before taking any entry on Monday, also I would like to be extra cautious. I don't want to just take any single one candle impulse. I like to just wait patiently for the market to some nice momentum to the upside or to the downside for taking any entry. These traders are not looking for any uh, further entry, and also like in NFP days, I also don't trade, so I'm just forecasting, but I don't want to take any trade. Now let's discuss about this trade. This was quite nice trade. Sorry, my bar replay, my trading view as the subscription of trading view has ended. Okay, I don't able to see the bar replay. Give me a second. Let me just activate that subscription. See what happened in UDUSD? It just quickly retraced that to the upside. In a second. So I was talking about this trade. Sorry, I have to just type this trading view because ended yesterday. When I was doing the back testing yesterday night, the market was around this area, so I did not wanted to take any bomb slash bullet entry or bomb entry. Okay. After this sort of aggressive move, if let's suppose I get a bomb, I did not wanted to take that bomb. But suppose I get a bomb at around this area, I did not want to take the bomb. I wanted some weakness in the market. Although these three candles were weak candles, if I compare the height of these candles to how was the impulse, these are weak candles. Okay, so you can see that after this candle, we started seeing some sort of move to the downside. So, but I could not see any sort of a strength this in these new moves. I was like, okay, it, then I then it again started forming some sort of white candles. So till this area, still I was not so sure that whether I would take this bomb plus bullet entry or not. Like, okay, let's wait. When I saw these candles, like this white candle, then this black candle, then again this white candle, then I saw how the market, how this candle broke this high. Just forget about this thing. Let's suppose you want to take a buy, like to take a buy at around this area, or you can, by looking at these candles, can you say that the market should continue its move to the upside? Just by looking at these candles, can you say that the market should continue move to the upside? Look at these candles. Look at these wicks rejection from the top. After this candle, what I saw, this candle break the high at the retrace. Okay. When it retrace, and this is an area of entry, or like our entry levels. So it was doing this sort of thing at our entry price. Okay, so I was like, okay, it's forming some sort of, it's showing some sort of weakness. Okay, let's suppose this is range. Let's suppose this is a range. So we get an entry somewhere around this area. This will be the top of the range. We are selling at the top of the range. Okay. Why I decided to do, because I could not see any sort of strength in this move. Okay. And also, these three candles were very aggressive to the upside in the beginning. But when I saw that the height of the candles are decreasing, look at this white candle, then look at this white candle. It slowly start decreasing. I remove these drawings. You can see the height of this candle is smaller than this candle. This candle height is smaller than this candle because it was showing some weakness here also. But although it was forming a very aggressive, so in this sort of condition, what happens? Let's suppose we get another white candle. So many buyers, see, many buyer or many beginner trader who want to see it as a trend to the upside, they will take the buy at around this area. So once they will participate, that we can in those cases, we do get some deeper retracements. Okay, and when we get the deeper retracements, can easily take our stop loss. So I wanted to see some weakness. Okay. So I saw that weakness, and then I placed my entry at around this area. So it was a well entry. You can see it just tagged us in. We tagged in. This candle just tagged in. Then when this candle tagged us in, I saw that we have NFP today. I just forgot that today is the like first Friday of the month, so there was NFP. I just forget about it. So when I realized that today is NFP, I just closed my entry on this candle. Okay, at around $3, $3 or $4 in profit. I just closed this trade. After that, market struggled for some time. Then we got some retracement, and then the NFP came, and we it almost has just broken the low and forming a large wick at the bottom. Also forming some sort of range. Okay, the reason. Let's suppose you have a entry. Let's suppose you are having an entry. So when NFP is approaching, you may close your entry whatever profits you have, because you will see this sort of wick so many times in during NFP. Euro USD, I talked about it. That is completely inside the range. So we will not be looking for any entry in euro also unless we get some break. He again has formed a wick at the top, wick at the bottom. So we will be waiting for some nice break in EJ. We will be waiting for nice break to the upside or to the downside before taking any entry in EJ also. And if I look at the entire price action, the market is in below this range. So we have a range at the top. Market tried to continue its move to the downside, but just came at an area where there was a previous range. So before taking any entry, we will be just waiting good confirmation. AJ is almost similar to EJ's candle and is also inside this range. For taking any entry, here you will make sure that the candle just broke the range, and you'll be looking for entry. Here we are seeing market just ascend, then the market has sorry, market descend, then the market has started ascending. Trade NJ also. Until we get some nice signal. GU, we can say that GU is in between a large descending channel. So let's suppose on Monday or Tuesday, if we get a smaller descending channel and then we get a nice break, then we would like to take this entry. Large descending, then a small descending, and that would be a nice entry to take GU. But till then, we will be waiting patiently, not taking any unnecessary trades. To look at the price action, it is not difficult to understand that what the market is doing. Let's start our backtesting first. Okay. So here we are seeing some weakness in this trend. See, we can see that it's just barely breaking the high, again wicks. So we are seeing some weakness in the market. So let's see, we get some ascending and then impulse to the downside. We would like to take a sell. Here we are getting some sort of move to the downside. We had a lots of wicks. Almost some sort of trend. I have marked it. Here we are seeing some sort of move to the downside. Previous market condition is not that good. So we are getting a lots of wicks to the bottom, lots of wicks to the top, and then it just give us a wiki break. And this candle is looking impulsive, but it has a wick at the top also and some wicks at the bottom also. Overall, this price action is not looking very trendy to me. Not looking very trendy. Don't want to take any entry at around this area. I would like to just market is in between this high and low. Market ascend, then descend, then again forming some sort of trend. We will be waiting patiently. Market break the high and form a big indecision candle. Entry that is a good entry. I don't want to take this sort of signal that the market may pause. That's it. Now we are seeing some sort of volatility in the market because if you look at these white candles, look at these black candles, forming almost sort of pattern. So like similar height. So if you take any entry here right now, you may take your stop loss. This any entry. We close. Here it retraced, came down, break the low. Okay. So the impulse is quite good, but I'm uh, not liking the way the market is continuing its move to the downside. Just want to wait for one more candle. There is a chance that the next candle can be a wiki candle. So if you want to see a trend, it must be look like trending. They are not. It's just a single impulse, not some sort of trending market condition. The market just broke the high, formed a big retrace, and again broke the high. We have our entry at this area, but that price action not giving me that sort of the monitor. Previous market condition is not very trending. If you look at this entire price action, it's just forming some sort of ascending market. If you look at the height of these candles, these are not very impulsive candle compared to these candles. They're just small candle. So, and see just a great difference. So this candle could place an entry, but it anyway it could have not tagged us in. We got weak at the top, But after that, we got uh, bearish candle, and then we started forming some sort of uh, retracement. Let's see, get a bomb, keep continuing up. Let's suppose market because our entry at a area, then that would not be a good entry. Missed a bomb, and this was a white candle, so it just broke this low. We could look for an entry because we had a nice candle to the upside. That's it. Now we can see that the market has started losing its momentum. Every time it's breaking the high, retrace, break, wicks, retrace, and if you look at the size of these three candles, it's not showing any sort of impulse or strength to the upside. You can get one or two white candle, but still, the entering at around this area will not be a good decision for you. Big decision candle, we are seeing clearly we are having some weakness. Okay, this candle is just for portfolio who wants to take a buy at around this area. Can easily get a big black candle to the downside. Has loss of momentum. Know that anytime can get a big black candle. Not willing to take any entry in this sort of market. I'm not getting the correct opportunity for us. You are seeing a trend, but I'm not getting that correct opportunity to be in the market. So I'm looking for see here I missed an bomb entry because I just saw it as a black candle. So I did not take this entry. But after that it continued, it's moved to the upside. And from here I did not get any entry because this was a big. Okay, so after this week I wanted to take the entry. Then the market continued its move to the upside. At this candle, this broke the high, but I was not seeing any sort of trend here. This was a big week, then retrace, then break the high. So this was not giving me that sort of confidence that it will continue to move to the upside. Then here it would have not tagged us in also anyway. This white candle was also sort of weak at the top and weak at the bottom. If I, let's suppose, keep looking for entry here, let's suppose this candle break the high. There's also some weak at the top. After this candle, let's suppose I place an entry at around this area. It would be an aggressive entry there if single candles hit my entry at around this area. Then it went up. Black candle was a retracement candle. Okay, just break the high. And if let's suppose I take an entry somewhere around this area, we have already seen that the market is somehow so not like continue its move to the upside, but from here I saw this sort of retracement candle and then a continuation, then I did not wanted to take the trade. There was only one entry which was at around this area, this candle, which is a white candle. If I just zoom it like this, then I could see this white candle. But I thought then it was like this, so I thought that it is a black candle, so I just take that entry, and till that after that I did not get any good opportunity to be in the market. Here we cut the height of the candle and the market was outstanding. So we can look for an entry at around this area. That is how that's okay. It was a good entry. If let's suppose a single candle just hit my entry, I don't want it to take that entry also because it's a weak at the top, weak at the bottom. Previous market condition was also not that good. So I did not want it to take any entry right here. I would like to just wait. Now I can see that the market is trying to continue its move to the upside. Here I would like to take entry. It was just a probability which played out. Here the market is trying to continue its move to the downside, but this white candle just broke the low, and then this black candle also just barely broke the low. And if I look at the height of this black candle, all these two black candles, it's not giving me any sort of confirmation that it will continue its move to the downside. Here it just barely break the high entry. And if I look at the entire market condition from here to here, it's just following, not showing any sort of strength upside. It is right now inside. These three candles are not good to take a bomb entry. You can see that this candle tried to continue its move to the downside, but just formed a wick. Then this third candle also formed a wick. When you see this sort of weakness, then you get a setup. That's not. We are getting some wicks at the bottom. We have a big wick at the bottom. Previous candles were also not very impulsive, so I don't want to take any bomb test later bomb entry. Broke the low, formed a large wick at the bottom. I don't want to take any entry in this sort of. Where did break the low? Now we are in a situation where we can easily get some big range. Don't try to take any entry in any direction. We are seeing some move to the upside, but the thing is that if let's suppose a single candle just hit our entry, that would not be a good way to take that trade. Not a good candle. Just a single impulsive candle, a big 2 weeks at the bottom also. So here it formed a bomb, but I don't want it to matter how much percentage I left on the table. Just don't want to take a trade which I don't like. If I look at the height of these white candles, okay, and how the market is coming down, and the height of this black candle, so I don't want you to take any entry right now because it can easily give us some range or give us or a deeper retracement. Because I'm not seeing any sort of move then to the downside. Sometimes what happens when you do your analysis, sometimes what happens you those like you cannot predict the market 100%. Sometimes you may miss some percentage on the table, but you have to make peace with that thing. If something is saving your like 10%, then if let's suppose you miss 5% or 10% move, then you have to make peace with it. You cannot take every move. Barely break the low, so I don't want to take any entry. We are seeing some sort of weakness to the downside. Okay. Here we can say this was a fake out or the liquidity grabbing candle. So if I get a nice move to the upside, I would like to take that entry. Just don't want to just wait. Here, what we are seeing, the market break the low, broke the low, retrace went up, uh, break the high, almost retraced all the way back down this area. Then again, break the high, but the break was just a wiki break. And if you look left, we have this sort of range bound structure. So we are forming, this is forming some sort of fake out. It will continue and move inside the range. Don't want to take any entry. Wait. So now we got a nice impulsive move. We have a wick at the top, but if I get a small, like very small bomb after this sort of range, if I don't get a big, like, get a small bomb, I would like to take the bomb. The bomb must be small and having some range. This sort of, I don't want to take this sort of bomb. When we are having a big, this sort of retracement and just will not be a good high probability trade or a good probability trade. There is a chance that it may continue its move from here only. But you know, we do not take trades on the chance. We take trades only because in the market there is always a lot of opportunity, but you must have to wait for your personal opportunity. Then only you will be able to make money. We take, like, suppose the market is going up like this, then I will start looking at how can I be in this trade. That's not a good thing. You have your set plan, set of rules. If it fits your rules, then that's okay. If it does not fit the rule, let it be. Stop loss or that is this sort of week I don't want to be. Broke the high again, but I'm not seeing any sort of strength. See, after this candle, there is a high chance that we get a white candle like this. There is a chance that we get a high, like a white candle like this. We just tagged us in some like this, just a small wick to the down, and just tag us in like this, and then just form a white candle. But but you have to think. Don't. So this happened after, like, this is future. But what is happening in the present? Do you really want to take a trade? Want to place an entry at around this area? After seeing that, how we can see that the market has started losing its momentum. You have to think about it. And there is a chance, there is a probability that it can form a big white candle. But you go with that probability, or you will go with your knowledge that after this sort of candle, we usually see some sort of uh, range, like weakness, ascending, or even a deeper retracement. The market is continuing its move to the upside, but it does not matter that if it's going up. So next time, if I see this sort of candle, I will place my entry at there. No, After this sort of candle, I don't want to take there. By chance, it will form a black candle to the downside. It break the. So here, why I did not place my. This was the first thing that see. I don't want to take this sort of. I don't like this sort of candle. If it just break from a range. And previously, what the market was doing, it just closely break the high, break the low, retrace, break the high, retrace. Okay, the market again came down, break the low, retrace. The market again went up, break the high, retrace. Okay, and so here the precursor was forming some sort of range, no? Like US, it is forming some sort of range, and then we get this candle, which has a wick at the top also, which has a wick at the bottom also. And then after that candle, we get a some sort of hammer or doji or indecision candle. Okay. So let's suppose if I place an entry somewhere around this area, and if let's suppose a single candle just go up and tag me in forms like this, it's a V recovery. Okay. And previous market condition is a range bound market condition, which can easily form a range. That will not be a good sign to take that trade. You have to. We have finished our October month, sorry, September month. We think we took two trades, three trades, into three trades. Positive or losses, but that's okay. Sometimes the market does not favor us, so we do take some losses also. And here I missed one entry. It was a nice entry. But see, we had a nice move to the upside. And then we have two candles continuing its move to the upside also and forming some bomb. So it was a nice entry at around this area, but I I could not see that it's a white candle. I thought that it's a black candle. And also here also showing some black candle, looking like a black candle. So I could not take this entry, but that's okay. And if I look at this price action again, so like Parmeshwar said that here I did over analysis, but I again look at this price action and I have not seen any opportunity to be in the market. There was only one opportunity at around this area. After this candle, there was an opportunity. But the thing is that this thing is like this is up like how you have done your back testing. So after this price action, let's suppose this you are not looking at this. So here I could see that every time the market was breaking the high, to look at this price action, broke the high and try to continue, formed a bomb also, retrace, again break, formed a wick, okay, retrace, again break, try to continue, break the high, formed a wick. again break and forming this sort of candle. So after this sort of price action, I did not wanted to take the trade, although it went up, but I was not like I did not wanted to take any entry here. Then again I moved slowly. So as I see this sort of weakness in the market, okay, and this candle I have seen so many times like this candle does not work. If you have weakness in previous, if previously you have weakness, like see, but break the high, forming wicks, again large wicks, retracement, again break the high. So I was like, okay, the market was trying to continue its move to the upside, but it was also losing its momentum at the same time. If you look at this candle, so it was a big indecision candle which has a top wick at and which has a down wick also. For me, I don't like this candle. If the previous market condition, let's suppose the previous market condition is very trending, then I would like to take the entry after this candle. But if the previous market is not that sort of trending, then if you try to take an entry at around this area, then that would not be a good entry. And also the market after that, after this candle, the market also gave us a big week. So no entry. If I let's suppose continue our we just break the high, formed a large wick. So no entry. After this, previously I was seeing from here only. Every time it's breaking the high, it's forming some wick, breaking the high, and again this was again a big wick at the top and wick at the bottom also. Okay, and again, so our entry was somewhere at around this area. So I did not want that single candle just comes down and tag me in at like this. Okay. Anyway, could have not tagged us in somewhere around this area. Could have not tagged us in, but I did not wanted to take a single candle. And after this sort of black candle, let's suppose you get a one more black candle like this. You could easily uh, take your stop loss. Okay. And also this was an indecision candle, like not an indecision candle, but for me, I call it as a big indecision candle. The literal sense, it's not a indecision candle. Indecision candle is like this. We have a small body, and then we have uh, then we have this is an indecision candle. But I just say it to just but I don't know the name of this candle. What we say if we have a wick at the bottom and wick at the top. So what we call it. So then we get a break at around this area. And previously, I could see that we are not seeing any sort of nice strength. Every candle was white candle, but although the white, if we look between the price, then you will see that it's not very healthy trend. Okay. See, the healthy trend is like you have bigger pulsive candle and a smaller retracement candle. But here I could see that these are not making any like much sense. They're not. These are just stopping. And if you look at these, the timing, this was just like New York Open. Okay, like pre New York. This was a London pre London and London session. This happened at around 3:30. Then this was again pre New York, and then this happened at around uh, NYSE Open. So I was not getting that sort of confidence this whole price action. It just started forming some sort of. I admit that I missed one entry at around this area. After that, let's suppose I get this. I will do this back testing again. Also, then also I don't think I would place any entry. I would say this is a missed entry. I would say. Please did make around 15%. See, this candle. If you look at this candle, it has also some wick at the top, some wicks at the top, and some wicks at the bottom. But the thing is that if I look at the previous candles, like these, look at the height of this candle and look at its retracement candle. It's completely the height of the impulsive candles are much bigger than the retracement candles. And then I got again this sort of candle. It was giving me some confidence that okay, there is a chance that it may continue its move to the upside. Although it has some wick at the top, minor wick and some minor wick at the bottom. So here I placed this entry. But in these cases, I was not sure. Just I should think. Here also I took the entry. Why? Because if I look at this impulsive candle and compare the height of this retracement candle, it's negligible. Just a very small retracement, then again it's trying to continue its move to the upside. But here, if let's suppose I compare like the height of all these candles, these are just negligible candles. And then we did not get any good opportunity. The market was inside range. Basically, I took like 96% loss in that same month. All were losses, six profits. The purpose of taking like low productivity. To get okay, I'm happy